The Fox host Lisa Kennedy Montgomery, they just call her Kennedy, has a solution to the education problem in Oklahoma. This is something that we spoke about the other day, and she'd like to share her thoughts with us. Take a look.
Oklahoma lawmakers are debating a bill that would change the advanced placement history curriculum in public schools. The reason? The lawmaker who introduced the measure says the classes don't support the idea of American exceptionalism, blah, 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 and focus too much on what's bad about America. If the bill is approved, classes would focus on things like the Gettysburg Address and Martin Luther King Jr.'s I Have a Dream speech, instead of what the lawmaker says is analysis of gender and racial oppression and the lives of marginalized people. So, Judge Alex.
Yes.
There really shouldn't be public schools, should there? I mean, we should really go to a system where parents of every stripe have a choice, have a say in the kind of education their kids get. Because when we have centralized bureaucratic education doctrines and dogmas like this, that's exactly what happens, isn't it?
I've never seen a worse transition to your talking points in my life. Like, you know how sometimes when people are ideologues, they'll try to find a way to link in what their already held beliefs are to a certain circumstance. So they try to fit their ideology and, like, superimpose it on facts of a situation that just don't mix. Like, there was not even an attempt to bridge between the conversation and what her ideology is. It was just like, because she's like a libertarian, she's libertarian-ish. I don't know how pure of a libertarian she is. But there was no like, well, let's talk about the real world, and maybe, oh, I think this would be a good idea if we maybe privatize more. It was just like, here's what happened. Bah! Eliminate public schools. Bah! How do you draw that conclusion from the facts of the story? Okay, for those of you who don't know, we covered this the other day, but Oklahoma, they're not changing the AP course, history course, as she said there. They're not doing that. You know what they're doing? They're eliminating it. They're eliminating it. There was an AP course that a bunch of super religious idiots saw it, and they were like, well, they ain't teaching about Jesus and God, and they're anti-American for bringing up facts, so we gonna have to eliminate it. I'm not kidding. They said, oh, there's an anti-American bias. Why? Because they teach the facts of history. They teach the Native American genocide. They teach slavery, Jim Crow, segregation, Japanese internment. Like, sometimes when you talk about reality, yeah, we did some fucked up shit. That doesn't mean we didn't do any good things. Of course we did some good things, and you could talk about those things, right? So Marshall Plan, I mean, there's plenty of stuff. You should cover both. But these guys are angry that they bring up at all any of the negative things. So they just eliminated the course. And you know what they replaced it with, by the way? I love this. Reagan speeches. I couldn't make a joke of it if I wanted to, because it's already enough of a joke. I just, here, Reagan speeches is what they replace it with. Cue the laughter. They're one-trick ponies, man. That's the only way to describe it. Now, think about it. The issue with this story is not public schools. Oh, they're public. That's why they're fucked up. No. The issue is that it's not public enough. So what do I mean? Well, you have a bunch of idiots on the state level, on the education board, who don't know dick about education, and they're making decisions. You know who wouldn't make this mistake? On a federal level, they wouldn't make this mistake. It's so funny when people talk about, oh, yeah, privatize education, you'll get a better education. Really? That's what'll happen? So the schools in Alabama and Mississippi will willingly discuss evolution and proper science, and they won't bring religion into the classroom, right? We can trust the deeply conservative districts in Alabama and Mississippi and Louisiana and Kentucky to do that, right?